Hello, this is Abhijit Mukherjee. I'm going to teach you class 8 science. I'm going to conclude the chapter 15, chapter of light. In my last class, I have already discussed about what is light, what makes things visible, what is reflection and the laws of reflection. We have understood the difference between regular reflection and diffuse reflection. We have understood that images formed by a plane mirror have certain characteristics. The size of the image should be equal to the size of the object. The image should be upright and virtual, and it depends also on the mirror. We also find out in virtual images we cannot take the image on a screen, and we have also found out the concept of lateral inversion. Today we are going to find out the concept of multiple reflections using more than one mirrors. Using a combination of two mirrors and varying the angle between the two mirrors, we can get any number of images. It depends on a formula which is 360 degree divided by the angle we create with the two mirrors subtracted by 1. So if we have two mirrors at an angle placed to each other at 90 degree, we will get 360 divided by 90 degree minus 1, that is 4 minus 1, that is 3 images. If we have two mirrors parallel to each other, that is angle is 0, it is equals to 360 divided by 0 degree minus 1, so we get infinite number of images. So this is the concept that is used in day-to-day life in making multiple images in elevators, in museum, etc. We are going to see an activity to observe the images formed with two plane mirrors when they are placed at different angles to each other. And if you see it, you will find in this case the two mirrors are placed at 90 degree and there are three images formed. Now we have already taught how to draw ray diagrams, and now I am going to show you a particular diagram of image formation. Turn to page number 232 and see the figure D and try to practice figure E. Let us study figure E. The object is at point A. The image is formed the opposite side of the mirror. It is equal distance from the mirror. We are observing the object with the eye, and the image is observed at the virtual position behind the mirror. What is refraction? Look at the pencil dipped in the water as it appears. Bent. Bring out the pencil. Is it really bent? No, is it not? Is it magical? Yes, it looks magical because this is another phenomenon of light called refraction, in which the change in the direction of the path of the light rays takes place when it passes from a transparent medium to another medium. And this also is seen in white light breaking up of and creating wave shear. When the white light passes from one transparent medium to another at an angle, the different colors of light, the 7 colors, get diffracted at different angles. This is called splitting up of white light into different colors. It also occurs when white light passes through a prism. This phenomena is called combination of refraction as dispersion. Let's perform an activity to observe the spectrum. The materials required will be a plain transparent glass or a prism container, a plain mirror with the edges filled long enough for it to rest on the edge of the container at an angle of 45 degree, and some water. Method will be to fill up the glass container with the water about 3/4 and dip the mirror so that it rests at an angle of 45 degree on the wall of the container, and place the container with the mirror facing the sun near the window. Let us adjust the direction of the mirror by moving the container so that it reflects the sunlight on the wall next to the window. We will use a plain sheet of paper on the wall and we will find a lovely spectrum like an inverted rainbow on the wall. This will get sharper if we can shift the container and adjust it. The activity is best done early in the morning or late in the evening when the sun's rays are coming at an angle. We can also observe the colors of spectrum appearing on oil films. Generally present in puddles on the roadside. These oily flames, if you observe them closely, these are actually these spectrum. It happens to be both the top and the bottom layers of the oil flame that reflects the incident white light, and the waves of the light reflected on the top and bottom surface of the oil flame add up and cancel each other out. As a result, we see the colors on a thin oil film. Page 232, let's remember. Fill in the blanks. Number 1, the sun. Number 2, equal to. Number 3, virtual. Number 4, diffused. Number 5, angle between them. And part 2, you answer the question, state the laws of reflection. The laws of reflection will be the number 1, the incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal all lie at the same point, at the point of incidence. And the second one would be that the angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. The characteristics also you can mention, they are equal size as the object, the image I am talking about. Upright, same size as the object. It is behind the mirror, that is virtual image, and it's laterally inverted. Let's remember page 237. Fill in the blanks with the correct words. Number 1, spectrum. Number 2, pupil. Number 3, iris. Number 4, myopia. Number 5, far off objects. Number 2, patch the following. Column A 1, prism with column B, dispersion. Column A 2, blind spot with column B, A, optic nerve. Column A 3, cornea with column B, part D, front of the eye. Column A 4, eye lens with column B, E, focuses light. Column A 5, cataract, matches with column B, C, cloudy or opaque eye lens. Let us solve exercise questions, page number 238. Let's understand. Number 1, objective questions. Choose the correct option. Number 1 is option B, 90 degree. Number 2 is option D, incident ray. Number 3 is option C, 30 degree. Number 4 is option D, a rough wall. Number 5 is option B, 2. Number 6 is option C, same as the size of the object. Number 7 is option A, dispersion. Number 8 is option C, retina. 9 is option A, pupil. 10 is option B, lateral inversion. Now let's go to the page 239. Circle the odd one out. Number 1 is stars. This is the luminous object, let's start non-luminous. Number 2, colors. The rest of them are actually the phenomena of the light, colors is not. Number 3, rough wall. The rest of them are smooth and they will give regular dispersion, regular reflection, but rough wall will not give it. Number 4, cornea. This is the part of the eye, the rest of them are the diseases of the eye. Part 2, very short answer type questions. Give one word or phrase for the following. Number 1, bodies that give out light of their own, luminous bodies. Number 2, human eye retains an image produced for a short period of time, persistence of vision. Number 3, an eye defect caused by cloudy or opaque eye lens, cataract. Number 4, a system which involves a pattern of raised dots used by the visually impaired to read. It's a braille system of reading. Now you can define, of course, the diffuse reflection, the multiple reflection as I already discussed a little while back, and the lateral inversion and dispersions. Now let us come back to the lower end of the page 239, that is, let's recall part light. The process of splitting up of white light into many colors is called dispersion. The band of colors produced when white light splits up is called a spectrum. The characteristics of an image formed by a plane mirror, 1 is virtual, number 2 is erect, number 3 is same size as the object, number 4 lateral inversion. Now the laws of reflection. Number 1 is the incident ray, the reflected ray, the normal, all lie at the point of incidence on the same plane. And the number 2 law is the angle of incidence is equals to the angle of reflection. That is, angle I is equals to angle R. Next we will go to the page number 240. Number of images formed when two mirrors are kept bent at an angle between them. The formula you can write 360 degree by 90 degree minus 1, that is 4 minus 1 equal to 3. So when 90 degree angle is created between the two mirrors, the number of images formed will be 3. And when the angle created is 0 degree, that means the two mirrors are parallel, then it becomes 360 divided by 0 degree minus 1, that becomes infinite number of images. Now let's observe on page 240, Sonia is standing in front of a plane mirror. What do you think is wrong in the second picture given below? As you can see, Sonia is wearing a t-shirt, right, written physics in the t-shirt, but in front of the image it is showing physics in the same way, which should be laterally inverted, isn't it? Even the hairstyle, direction of the hair movement should be inverted. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Bye. See you next time.